So Joe Curley and I uh, wanted to stay in Florida, and our corporate jobs were pointing to relocation if we wanted to grow. We'd met each other through the Florida Public Relations Association and done some pretty cool things there, and we knew that we had a lot of the skills that we thought were necessary. Uh, but Orlando was becoming another word for growth. And at that time, there were no firms that were really devoted to public relations. They were ad agencies and a combination of, they threw in publicity and things that went along with public relations. But there really were no dedicated public relations firms. And we believed you could do that without dabbling in the other areas. In the end, it worked out because much of our early work came from friends in advertising. I don't think that we had any idea just how much fun it could be and how successful we could be. We were blessed to have corporate careers that gave us a lot of relationships in the community. And there are people to this day. As a matter of fact, one of my dearest friends is Charles Gray, Gray Robinson. And a week doesn't go by that we don't have a conversation. We have dinner together, we have lunch together. And it was people like that who helped us build our business. And I think that was a real surprise to me, how willing and actually interested people were in helping us to build our business. Well, I had previous agency experience. But I must say that it was surprising how quickly it became clear that the most important aspect of running an agency was to focus on hiring the best talent. That also became the most fulfilling part of it because we've had so many truly wonderful people join and help grow the agency. So after 40 years, there can't be just one, but one that comes to mind was a review I was giving to an employee, young fella, we thought had a lot of talent. And as always, I asked this new staffer what type of work he wanted in a public relations career. And instantly he said, anything but management. I just don't want to be in management. That employee was Dan Ward. So for my money, I tell you, he's one of the finest managers I've ever worked with. Took a while to get there, but he knows how to help other managers grow. And I've often wished I had some of his skill at managing time and managing projects and managing teams of people and managing budgets. I love to tease him about that conversation. And I'm so glad I asked. I've never worried a minute about the firm's future in his hands. I really did enjoy business development and community relations. Those two elements often go together. But this may sound odd after what I said about recruiting the best people, but losing good people taught us so many lessons. You hate to lose people, but we learned to see them go on to do something that challenged them and that was good for them. Some have even come back and are still with us today. Some have gone on to CEO roles in companies that are truly household names. And they've been very kind to honor us and say that we get some credit for what helped them get where they are. My favorite part of the last 4 decades has been people. I think you have to have a desire to please people. And they're the best for this business. We're a service business that just happens to be focused on communication services. In the end, we need to know how to get our clients to define success. And then comes the big part. We have to get them there. That means we need people who not only love to please, but who won't quit until they find answers, strategies and tactics that work to build relationships, awareness, and support for the clients. We can never forget that in the end, we're helping our clients sell. And if you think you don't want to be in sales, you don't want to be in this business. But it's not the kind of sales that occur at a cash register. Well, throughout those 40 years, our firm has lived by what we call our 5 steps to professional success. If you've come to work at Curley & Pynn, it's been pounded into your head. You have to memorize them. You have to know what they stand for. If you look through our website, they're all over the place. But they're all client focused. And from the first step that says to focus on what keeps the client awake at night, to the 5th step that demands that we accept total responsibility and accountability, they're critical to our success as a company. But I think they work far beyond a PR firm or beyond Curley & Pynn. You follow those steps and you can run any kind of business. Everyone, I think, likes to talk about the impact of technologies that we deal with. And there's no denying that in our business, we must stay abreast of those changes. But look, so do doctors and lawyers and bakers and candlestick makers. I believe if you're going to succeed in our business, you need to understand business. And traditionally, we've trained people in the strategies and tactics of communications, but at the college level, at least in my experience, there's been very little emphasis on all the other elements of business: finance, human resources, engineering, manufacturing, and yes, technology. Public relations serves the needs of all those parts of an organization. You know, the head of engineering needs your help. The head of finance needs your help. And I think that success will demand people study what's beyond our department walls. I think it means you better get yourself back to school. And I think Curley & Pynn will do very well in an environment focused on our clients' business, not just ours, because it's always been something that we pound into the culture. The word is strategy. It's not about tactics. And we really are the strategic firm. I think I've been blessed beyond anything I ever expected to have an opportunity to build and grow, grow and manage a business like this, to have our firm respected and become a solid part of the community. And I think that the people who are in charge right now are so talented. The business has come a long, long, long way. When we started, it was still all about publicity. Most people thought they were hiring us for that. That's not what it's about today. It's a fascinating business. It's real challenging. And I think that Curley & Pynn's on a great track.